Strider is a reboot/remake of an old Capcom arcade game released in 1989. Originally an action game, the remake is more of a Metroidvania style, with Strider Hyrule exploring Kazakh City. His ultimate goal is the assassination of Grand Master Mayo, ruler of Asia, if not the world. The gameplay itself is fast-paced, and even at the outset, Hyrule can swing his Cipher Blade lightning fast, chopping up his robotic enemies with ease. Traversal is a joy, as Hyrule can run, jump, climb, and later on double jump and plasma catapult himself. When it comes to enemy variety, Strider stumbles. Generally you're fighting palette swaps of the same enemies, with previous bosses becoming slightly harder common enemies. The adversaries also require you to use most of your abilities, though mostly only to break through shields depending on the color. Combat can get troublesome, especially when you have enemies at various vertical levels, all firing at you with homing missiles, or when you keep getting interrupted as you charge a Cipher Swipe in order to break a shielded enemy. Boss fights are generally not too difficult, though one in particular found me tossing my controller in frustration. As you progress through the various sections of the city, you unlock new abilities that open up previously inaccessible areas, a staple of Metroidvania games. These new abilities let you move forward as well as enter areas with health and energy power-ups. However, the map is large, huge even, and there is no competent way to get back to other areas. There is a fast travel, but it's a two-way tunnel, not the multi-option teleportation found in Symphony of the Night. Due to this, getting back to unexplored areas is more of a pain than a joy, since a majority of the travel must be done on foot. The normal mode isn't your typical difficulty setting, though not as hard as say old school games like Mega Man. You will find plenty of health drops in regular environments, though they begin to become scarce when you need it, especially in the boss encounters. The story is pretty throwaway, as you're simply on a mission to kill the evil ruler of what appears to be the entire world. He has a gang of followers, such as Solo, a somewhat obvious attempt at combining the coolness of Boba Fett and Han Solo. There's a trio of ninja women with whom you do battle a few times before putting a permanent end to them, and a standout character is a Russian general, complete with the accent and over-the-top hat. The game looks great, frame rate only dips and stutters when a ton of enemies are on screen. The 3D world is only traversed on a 2D plane, but it's never distracting, and only a few places utilize the depth of perception in platforming. The score is pretty forgettable, and only stuck out in the one area where it appeared to build up, but then never continued. Strider is a great entry in the Metroidvania genre, though neither is its style or gameplay as amazing as, say, Guacamelee, and the lack of variety in enemies as well as in fast travel is puzzling, considering how good Symphony of the Night did it way back when. The ninja-style action is cool to watch though, and it's always fun to explore a map, discover secrets, unlock upgrades, and fight bosses. Overall, I would give Strider an 8.0 out of 10.